Now, this second key indicator is something that's a little bit personal to me, and that's for me when certain healthy foods that I normally didn't like to eat start to become a food that I end up enjoying, and it ends up becoming a staple in my overall meal plan and my diet. So, for example, for me, I personally don't like yogurt or like certain fruits like blackberries and blueberries. I've personally before I got into my cutting diet phase, I never really ate any of those type of foods. Like I said, yogurts, certain fruits, I never ate them. So all that basically means, guys, in my opinion, is if you're eating healthy foods, healthy whole foods, and you're eating these foods consistently, especially if they were foods that you initially didn't like, but you wanted to just try it out and just have it incorporated in your diet because you know that it was going to ultimately be beneficial for you for the long term. Then after some time of getting used to eating those foods, you start to realize those foods actually taste good and they're not as bad as you think they are. And they just become overall something that you're used to eating comfortably. So once you get to that point, you ultimately know you're eating the right and correct foods day in and day out. And you don't have to really think about what you're eating because you're eating the same consistent foods day in and day out. So subconsciously and realistically, you're going to know ultimately you're doing the right things. You're putting the right fuel in your body to help you build that lean muscle. And also obviously making sure you're in a calorie deficit if you're trying to lose that body fat. Because ultimately to lose the body fat, you're going to need to be in a calorie deficit while also maintaining a good amount of protein. So if you're making sure you're getting a good amount of protein, while also being in a lean calorie deficit, and you're eating foods that you're used to eating day in and day out, you ultimately know without even trying, you're going to be losing body fat.